y'all, it's Kentucky Renaissance, man. We are working on this giant house right here, and we're getting ready to put a bunch of dirt work stuff in here, retaining walls and swimming pool and building stuff. Anyway, some of this footage we've got, we'll show you with our ram hoe on the 057, and then I've got the K620. We're moving a bunch of rock and rubble and stuff that we've been blasting out. The boys are starting a little bit stockpile over here, filling in a hole where the old pool and stuff was at. But it's hard to get the scale of this place, the amount we're gonna move. But you know, as y'all know, those machines, that Kubota sitting over there is probably 10 foot tall to the top of the boom, and it's probably 20 foot from up there down to here. Anyway, we're gonna be chiseling a whole bunch of that stuff out. Anyway, y'all stay tuned. There's Braden the horrible, and wait.
This whole today's
here's
a diss track.
Here's Eddie the wonderful, and Braden the horrible. I mean, Braden's the best, you guys. Braden is so awesome. He can drive a rock source straight up a mountain and get it hung on top of a pile of gravel all by himself.
But you can't get it down by himself.
Yeah, he had to have a 14. He had to have a little 14-year-old come pull him off the gravel pile with a gator. Anyway, what do you have to say for yourself, Braden?
The rock sword did not, in fact, pass the off-road test.
It needs locking hubs, doesn't it?
Yeah, it needs
locking hubs and locking differential. Anyway,
like
we'll get to
40s
that.
On it.
All right, so tell us, Braden, how the 620 works. What do you think about it?
I like it. It's a really powerful. I think it's got some real power behind it, but
well, yeah,
it just takes
it's
a lot
like
of
115 horsepower. But I mean, one of the things that I've noticed is you have to rev it up so much to get the tracks to move because it weighs so much.
Yeah, it's got a lot.
And then when you get it powered up like that, then the hydraulics are just insanely sensitive.
Like if you barely move your wrist, it's just like.
Yeah.
Did
you try to adjust the settings on there for yourself?
No, I didn't want to mess anything up.
Yeah, so I have the personal setting. I've been playing with it, and then there's the low, medium, high. Did you check that? Was it on the medium one?
I didn't mess with any of that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, moving rock piles like this, you ought to be able to go fast. But anyway, well, I mean, we are getting some material moved.
I was trying not to.
This video is not doing any justice to this pile, but we've probably moved 6 or 7 traxel truckloads of what looks like blast rock, but it's where we're jackhammering it out with the breaker. But anyway.
But it's hard stuff.
Oh, it is.
It'll stop that thing dead in its tracks.
Oh, I
Even
know.
if I get it in the little layers.
Well, you're hitting the roots of the earth. Anyway, all right, Eddie, tell us about the 50. What is that? A BR560, right?
I believe so.
BR560 Kubota brand breaker, which Kubota probably doesn't make. I think it's made by, what's the company that makes all their attachments?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Land Pride. Land Pride makes that. Anyway, but they paint it black and they put Kubota stickers on it and the Kubota labels. And that particular 560 is the size recommended by Kubota for the 057 or the old, I think they were called 065s or something, 61s. Anyway, it weighs like, I'm gonna say 1,100 pounds or something. It picks it up, handles it at full extension without any problem. Has like a 3-inch breaker pin on the bottom, and it's busting rocks with no problem. I mean, it really does a good job for its size. I've run some, breakers on 200s before, excavators, 200 series excavators, 40, 50, 60,000 pound excavators, and the breakers are like 10 feet tall or something. But for this size machine, that breaker is doing a phenomenal job, and it's actually keeping the case busy, carting away the rock. So we're pretty happy with it. One thing about breakers, everybody knows if you've run one, you can't use the pin as a lever, and you absolutely don't want to run more than a minute on, and then you want to go a minute off to let your seals cool and your oil cool and all that stuff. So I've been trying to police it really hard with these boys while they're learning how to run them. But these are some great machines to learn how to do small excavation projects with. They got a big ego. But y'all stay tuned for the next big video. We have a really cool surprise coming on the next video. So if you've watched this thing to like the 5-minute mark, you're gonna find out what it is. But I might flash a picture in. But anyway, wait till you see the next piece of equipment we bought. Just saying this, it's the size of both of those put together. Our next toy. So stay tuned.
How's the new hammer running?
Pretty good. This is a 560 I picked up used. An 057. I don't know if it weighs 11 or 1,200 pounds out there, but it works pretty good. We're just busting through one layer at a time.
It's going at it pretty good.
These thin layers are pretty easy. Some of that big stuff's like 12 inches thick. It's a little bit more difficult, but just create a shear line, take your time.
A little Kubota Traco kx057. You got a Case Skidsteer moving all the rock. He's crushing out of the way for him. Ideally, it'd be nice to have another Traco sitting at a 90-degree angle, moving it out of the way. But it's going good. Gotta go all the way back there to that dirt, all through this rock. Got Auburn riding in the cab. Little operator dog. Got Kentucky Renaissance man in the cab, going at it on these rocks. So with this hammer, I'll make a pile of rock pretty quick. Got Braden in the skid steer. Third time ever running the Case. Doing a pretty good job at it too. Learning. Quick process. Brush up the rock, move it up a little bit. Brady comes in and gets it out of the way.